Shalom! This week I come to you from Yerushalayim, Yer HaKodesh, in a section of Yerushalayim called Nachlaot, which is the section right behind Machane Yehuda, the Jewish shuk in Yerushalayim. I'm sure you've all been there in Rehov Yafa. If you haven't, you should definitely pay a visit. This week's Dvar Eikev, a very exciting sedra, one that I hope you'll take advantage of this Shabbos afternoon. Take out your Chumash, go through the Parsha, and really concentrate on it well. You'll find a lot of surprises. This week the Parsha opens up with Eikev Tishmon. Be careful. Observe all the mitzvos. Rashi picks up on something very strange. Why would the Torah tell us over and over, especially in Dvarim and Moshe's Parsha, to be careful to do all the mitzvos? What's the novel idea here? Why does the Torah yet again have to tell us this idea? Rashi says this isn't talking about the entire Torah. The novel approach of this pasuk is that it's teaching us to be careful even about the lesser mitzvos. While seemingly odd to have an idea of a lesser and a greater mitzvah, it's not an idea that's unfamiliar to us. We all know the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos that tells us to be careful with a lesser mitzvah, a mitzvah kala, just as much as a more stringent one, a mitzvah chamura. The Rambam seems to explain that the idea behind the two are, the lesser one is easier to fulfill. An example he gives is the mitzvah of Simchas Yantiv, the mitzvah of being happy on Yom Tov, eating meat, having new clothes, candy for the kids. That would be a lesser mitzvah. When the Torah comes and tells us that we have to be careful to do something, what really is going on is Hashem is telling us we have a predisposition to not fulfilling that aspect of the Torah that Hashem is warning us of. In this case, the Torah is telling us that we have a disposition not to fulfill the lesser mitzvahs. The question is, why is that true? I'd like to say that there are two types of people that don't fulfill the lesser mitzvahs, and each of us falls into the category. There is one that is somebody that's very serious about his mitzvah performance, and generally always tries as best as possible to do as many mitzvahs as possible. Yet, at times he falls short, but justifies it how? By saying, I'll be lax in a lesser mitzvah, in a mitzvah kala, but the serious ones I'll be sure to always be on top of. The other type of person is somebody who's very lenient, not so, let's say, strict with his mitzvah performance. This type of person tells himself, I'll always keep the important ones, Shabbat, Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, Kashrut. But the lesser ones, doesn't make a difference so much. Those are the two types of people. The Torah this week comes to warn us, be careful. No matter which type of person you fall into, don't ignore the lesser mitzvos. One last point we have to make is, what's so important? If they are lesser mitzvos, so what's the big deal if we drop a few? The answer is that we can't look at the Torah as 613 different parts. It's true, each of the 613 mitzvahs are different one from the other, but they all encompass one unit. And as our Creator, Hashem, understood us the best, because the Creator always understands its creations better than anyone else, Hashem understood what we need, and what we need is a complete unit of the Torah, the perfected system and the perfected ways of life. That's what we need, and Hashem gave us one complete unit of the Torah to follow. If we start picking and choosing, declaring that certain ones we'll keep and certain ones we won't, we're going to miss out on that great perfection that the Torah promises all of us. Coming to you from Yerushalayim, have a great Shabbos, and I hope to see you soon.